So good to see some players back that you thought you might not have in spring.
Yeah, well, I just didn't think we'd have them for team periods, and those guys shouldn't be back for team, but we'll get some guys back for Indy throughout the next couple weeks and, the last 3 weeks of practice. All right, see y'all later.
How about not having a coach, your transition from Rashad Samples?
Yeah, Rashad did an unbelievable job for us. Nothing but respect for Coach Rashad and everything he did. He built an unbelievable room. He helped us get off the ground here. So nothing but respect. He's going to a great place with a great person. Dan Lanning came to my wedding. Great people there. Nothing but positive things to say. Thankful for him being here. And I still think he has such a bright future in this profession, and I'm rooting for him, and I wish him nothing but the best.
Does the timing put you in kind of a dilemma, the timing of the move?
I mean, no. Yes, it sucks. You lose your wide receiver coach at this time, but that's the nature of adversity. I talk to our guys about it all the time, is, we can either freak out and panic, right, or we can just coach. Like, I coached freshman football, and I think I coached like 3.5 positions. Like, it's still coaching. We can adapt, we can change, we can structure things a little bit differently until we get a guy in place that we feel like is ready to take over that room, which is uber talented.
How does that leadership in the room?
You were working with receivers skill along with Brady. Is that something that you plan on doing a lot for the rest of the spring?
Yeah, I'm going to get involved until we get a wide receiver coach. I'm going to just be over there for a little bit of individual, just to harp on the fundamentals of the game. And but yes, I do plan on being over there as long as until we get a full-time coach. But I have a lot of faith in Brady. I mean, Brady was the leading passer in the history of Memphis football right now for a reason. Phenomenal football coach.
What do you look for in replacing?
A guy with experience, a guy who can develop, a guy who can demand presence and demand that leadership, that he walks in the room and people say, man, where's my pen, where's my paper, I want to learn. Let me soak in every piece of knowledge this person has because he's done what I want to do and he's been where I want to go.
How does the experience and the leadership in that room, I know you said the timing's right, but the experience, the guys that come back in leadership in that room, help?
Oh, it's huge. Our guys are back. Our guys are happy here. I think that's what, our guys enjoy it here. I think there's genuine relationships here, and I think the guys, respect how we treat them. And I think in today's day and age, just the honesty and how we treat our guys and just how we operate, I think we'll end up reaping what we sow.
Do you have a timetable, or do you know how soon you could have a coach in place?
Hey! We could have one tomorrow. We could have one in a week. We could have one in 2 weeks. So I would say when we find a guy that I say, dang, that's the dude, we'll have one. To give a timetable is, I'm not gonna, the right guy shows up, I meet with the right guy, and I go, that's him, then that's him. End of story. And I'm a big believer in that, is you don't chase ghosts. When you find somebody you believe can do it at a high level, you don't waste time.
How do you feel like a guy like Troy O'Meara has matured just in his approach to practice and games coming into this year compared to last?
Just consistency in his life. I mean, he showed up every day to off-season workout, was never late, never on any list. We get the report every day, I've talked about it, never on any list. Nobody ever says, oh, Troy this. And when we got here, Troy was a list guy. Troy was a maintenance guy. People would say, hey, he's a great athlete, but he's a maintenance guy. Troy is not a maintenance guy. Troy grew up. Troy's a really good football player. Troy's a really good person. And now Troy is putting in and stacking consecutive days, and he's getting better and better and better. So I've been so happy with just how Troy's matured in this last year that he's been here.
Speaking of the wide receiver position group, what has stood out the most about him, especially after losing a coach?
I think they're pretty good. To be honest, that stands out. They catch the ball. We got some size. I think we got versatility in the group. We've got some smaller guys who are shifty. We got some guys who are great with the ball in their hand. We got some guys who are bigger, longer, good down the field. So I think we have a variety of skill sets in that room.
What have you seen out of Tristan Monday, year 2 with him? Kind of the strides he's made.
He's in better shape. He plays with more consistency now because he's in better shape. His get off is getting better. And I think, what we do on the defensive line is we attack. So the get off, the getting off the ball, the getting up the field, the first step, and you have to have energy and stamina to do that consistently, and he has that this year.
In high school, he was playing about 240 and obviously has bulked up a ton. How much of a change is that for a guy like him that relied on his speed now to kind of have to jump into the inside and try to adjust.
Huge change, and that's why the last 18 months for him, 24 months have been an adjustment to figure out how to handle the weight that you gain when you move inside. So I think he's learning how to handle that. He's learning what weight he plays well at. Obviously, the weight is becoming more muscle because he's in the weight room more, and that correlates to speed and power. So you can kind of see him get more comfortable in it.
Troy was already a big guy last year, but have you seen him, because he dealt with some pretty significant injuries early on in his career, be able to gain some more of that physicality because of now having more time and not having to deal with that injury?
Yeah, I think just his maturity level and consistency. I mean, so yes, he's gotten bigger, faster, stronger, like everybody should. But I think that's just a direct relationship to him growing up as a person. And our program's about life. It's about little things: intensity, family, education, response, and success. We want to be lifers, and he is responding to everything that's hit him early in his career, things that hit him early in his career here, and he's responding and responding and responding, and now he's being consistent. And I tell him that quite a bit is, man, if you just keep stacking days of this consistent work ethic, I think you have a great year ahead of you.